I know it's very difficult giving a speech in your second language. Being from Ireland, I've been giving speeches in my second language for many years, with not a lot of people understanding what I'm saying. So I'll try to speak as clearly and succinctly as possible today. How I arrived today was like how many Irish people arrive at speeches or events. It all began in a bar. It was about 6 months ago. It was a Thursday night, and in my house, Thursday night is sort of known as boys' night out. That's the night that I negotiated with my wife when I got married, that Thursday night I go out, I spend the night with the boys. And I happen to be here in Singapore. I live here in Singapore now. We've relocated our headquarters here to Singapore. And I was standing in a bar. It's called Coup d'etat. I know some of you may know it. I know I've seen you there a couple of times. And one of my guys, Harry, came in and he was all excited and he said, Trevor, you got to meet this guy. His name is Charlie. And he's a really famous guy in the advertising business. Really famous. And he wants to meet you. In fact, he wants you to speak. In fact, he wants to give you the keynote at the Festival of Media in Singapore. And he wants you to talk about mobile at the center of the universe and how it's reinventing every industry. I said, great, the keynote, absolutely. How long have I got? And he said, you got 15 minutes on a Monday night at 5 o'clock. So the only redeeming factor is actually one of my board members, Alex Cheng, is coming up after me. So I'm going to leave you with one key message. I don't want to go into the statistics around mobile. We all know it's growing. We all know that there are gargantuan amounts of money being spent on the medium, is that brands, and especially big brands, are moving to mobile. And today I just want to give you some quick examples on some of the great things that they're doing on mobile. Now you may say, hold on, Hef, we've heard this before. Who are you talking about here? We're talking about the big guys, girls. Okay? We're talking about the BMWs in the automotive industry, the Standard Chartered in the finance industry, the likes of eBay on the internet, Expedia in travel, Virtu in the luxury category, and O2 in telecoms. So I just want to give you some examples of some of the things that these guys are doing. So let's take BMW first. Some of you may know, the gearheads in the audience will know this, BMW is coming with the i8 car. It's a remarkable vehicle. They hope that it will reinvent their brand and relaunch BMW into a whole new set of categories. It's pretty quick. 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, while also being incredibly green, 100 miles to the gallon. Now, when BMW decided that they wanted to launch this car and launch the marketing campaign around this car, they decided to do something very creative. And they looked to mobile to do that. I want to show you the ad that BMW created on mobile to promote this vehicle. What's really interesting is that they used 3D technology to promote the car, because they felt people want to look at the outside of the car, the front of the car, the rear of the car, the interior of the car. They also wanted to show video of the car in action, because a lot of the consumers watching or looking at the ads thought, does the thing actually move? Is this thing a viable mode of transport? Does it work? And they also wanted to show some stills. So they created this very unique ad, and I wanted to show that to you now. So if we could roll the video, that'd be great. Pretty unique stuff. As you can see, even a call to action at the end are bringing leads to their website. So, selling $10,000 phones is difficult. Now, many people in this audience, apart from the agency folks sitting here in the front row, could afford them. And when the likes of Virtu, who sell $10,000 phones all the way up to $250,000 phones, want to target buyers for such phones, they find it difficult to acquire those customers. So where are their customers? So their customers are the likes of people who tend to travel from in and out of Dubai, in and out of Shanghai, in Moscow. They tend to read magazines like the Robb Report or Pret-a-Porter. They tend to fly first class or even fly on their own jets. So Virtu used mobile to try to acquire these customers, partnered with a number of companies in the ecosystem. They used geolocation on mobile to identify discerning individuals who were within a mile to 1.5 miles of a Virtu store in an affluent area, for example, in Bond Street in London. They sponsored the Wi-Fi inside of the first-class lounges in the Concorde Lounge in Terminal 5 and in the first-class lounges in Shanghai, in Singapore, Dubai, and in Moscow. I want to show you a little bit of video here of the campaign that Virtu used to acquire customers for these $10,000 phones, and were absolutely incredibly successful in doing so, so much so that the company was sold at a very short period after the campaign. Roll the video, please. Okay, on to another industry reinventing itself. We've heard so many telcos, our parent included, talking about reinventing themselves as a digital media company and digital companies. And a lot of them, apart from the likes of O2 and Singtel, they really don't walk the walk and talk the talk. I used to work at O2, and I love this company and I love this brand. I think it's a wonderful organization. And what I really liked about O2 was that at O2 tried to make its customers fans. And they believed in fandom. And the reason they believed in fandom is they believed that if you're a fan of a brand, then you'd always be loyal to that brand. So people are not customers of Virgin, they're fans of Virgin. They're not customers of Apple, they're fans of Apple. And in O2, not customers of O2, they're fans of O2. So how O2 used mobile advertising and mobile in general to attract customers was they had a program called Priority Moments, where by serendipity, you could get an offer from O2 for a cinema ticket, a concert that you could go to, or even if you needed a new hairdo, a voucher for Tony and Guy. I know, Steve Blakeman, you could really do with one of these vouchers. I still have my 70s haircut. Very proud of it. So O2 partnered with major high street brands and used O2 brand as an ingredient within the advertising campaign. We launched a new program called Priority Moments, where customers would receive these coupons, offers in close proximity to stores that they were near to, or based on past history, events that they might like, or activities that they might like. I just want to show you a little video around the campaign, which was really successful, and if we could roll that now, that'd be great.
Priority Moments from O2 are here, giving you exclusive offers and experiences from top high street brands, all day and every day. From meals, books, and fashion accessories, to half-price cinema tickets, and all at the touch of a button. This is Priority Moments. Text Moments to 2020 to join.
Really cool stuff. Finally, onwards to travel. Anybody here who's worked in the travel business knows it's incredibly tough, an incredibly competitive business, very hard to differentiate yourself. Expedia used mobile to do exactly that in trying to advertise new packages to their customers. Why the impetus? Well, Expedia looked to Asia and to other geographic markets as growth areas and found that they found a whole generation of people had skipped the internet. 50% of people in Indonesia had never used a PC. 50% of the people in Indonesia were under 30, and 95% of them had a mobile. So if we were going to reach these consumers, really the only way of reaching those consumers was through mobile. What Expedia did was they had a fun app that they developed. The first screen was the ad that you would see, but it would challenge you as a consumer to choose the 3 favorite things that you would like to pack on a vacation or a holiday, put it in a suitcase, and then onwardly choose which vacation you would like to go on. They coupled apps with display ads, with rich media. I want to show you one of the videos that they showed on an iPad and on an Android tablet, and were incredibly successful with the campaign. I'll give you the results of a 3-month campaign at the end, but if we could roll the video, we'll just see the video on this clip, please.
Whatever a holiday means to you, with the Expedia sale now on, we could make it happen. Expedia.
$1 million hotel rooms booked. Absolutely incredible performance from the campaign. Got 1 minute 26, so I'm going to summarize and leave you early so that you and I can enjoy Alex, and then we can go for a cocktail. Whether you're in the automotive industry, in the travel industry, in the finance industry, in telco, or in luxury brands, mobile is where you should look to first for your advertising. And I think those 4 marquee brands are proof that that statement is true. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Trevor Healy from Amobi.